Welcome. It's Predestined the podcast. Oh my gosh. I am elated right now. So, first, we had, I don't know if any of these do anything. I got like a soundboard and it's like stuff on here, but I don't know if that just made a sound or not. And if it didn't, it's on. It's Predestined has. Do you guys want to guess? In your minds, give like 3 people that it could possibly be. Not Beyonce.
Not Beyonce?
She wasn't available. Beyonce. She, them kids. But very close.
Oh.
Very close.
Yo, she called me Beyonce.
Lala.
What up?
Lala Bunny. La Buns.
We out here.
You know what I'm saying?
We out here potting.
Out here podding. I mean,
why not?
Why not?
That's the real question.
Why not?
We out here.
Right. And it's only fitting your favorite cousin, the cousin y'all love to love.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
I wasn't prepared for this intro at all.
No one ever is.
The player that literally hiked the Himalayas. We got cousin Tim in the building.
Yo.
He outside,
Let's go.
He's outside.
Man,
This is a momentous occasion.
Summer
you heard
is coming.
Me?
I was not
Y'all
prepared,
ain't
man.
seen him. Y'all ain't seen him in so long. It's like a White Walker. You know what I mean? The reemergence of the White Walkers in Game of Thrones. Like, he back. Ain't
Summer
seen him
coming.
in centuries.
It's like, yo, last time I seen you had a Caesar.
That.
My man got a head of hair now.
Okay. Listen, he got the locks popping.
Young Andre 3000 here.
It's crazy. The beard connecting and flourishing over there.
Shout out to coconut oil. And beeswax and all of that.
All the things.
Man.
All the things. Looking like he just hopped straight off an island.
Okay.
Yo, somebody put me on the and for real, they put me onto like that rose hip or whatever.
Oil. Bomb.
I'm like that. I feel like the sun loving me different now.
Every day.
Yeah.
I come out. I'm
Every
like,
day.
oh, this is what y'all been experiencing
Yeah,
with the
it hits
skincare.
different.
I ain't know.
The glow be wild.
Like I'm not hot, but I'm warm though.
Yup.
Mm-hmm.
Yup.
Your spirit, your soul is like
Yeah.
warm.
I'm like the aura just on a different.
Like your
you know
soul
what I
is
mean?
toasty.
Vibes.
You know what I'm saying?
Rose hip
Man,
vibes.
Like your vibrations. It's just
I should've got to this
The
vibrations.
sooner.
elevation of the vibration.
The elevation of the vibration is crazy. You feel
I
me?
should have got to this sooner. I could have been a completely different individual.
Rose hip is that ghoul.
Listen, so yeah, it's only right the family's here. Like,
Yo,
She.
shout out to the family. Man.
Shout out.
shout out to the family. Shout out to Knapsacks.
Wow.
What's crazy is Rock told me like he's the last one in Southwest and he's moving. And I was like, I feel like it's only fitting that you do one more cookout before everybody's out of that.
I support that. I didn't even know Miles left. Shout out to them. He texted me last month about his birthday. I'm like, yo, you still around the corner? He was like, don't you live in Jersey? I'm like, wow.
Wow.
First off,
Just
no.
communication.
Everybody just so disconnected.
Yo, second off, you live downtown?
Right. Rich. It's giving wealthy. Okay.
I love that for them.
I love that for him. I loved it. I absolutely love that for him. Shout out to Captain Ratchet.
Shout out to him.
So, yeah. Tim, we're so glad to have you.
I don't even feel right when you say my name, yo. Like, first of all,
Cuzzy?
like she been trying to get this Cuzzy thing popping.
What is it?
Like when
Cuzzy.
I be like, Cuzzy, and he'd be like, no.
Like, what? Absolutely not, right?
I've been trying to make it
Man.
stick.
For months
I've been
now.
trying to make it stick.
I mean, what else? Cuz, right?
It's always Cuz. It'd
It's
be like,
always
yo,
Cuz.
Cuz. Always.
Yo, Cuz.
So whenever she say Tim, I'd be like, did I do something? Did I miss a thing?
I feel that.
My
though.
bad.
I feel
It's
that.
like,
though.
it's like my mom calling me Timothy. I'll be like, man, I'm confused.
I mean, I feel like the listeners know you as Cousin Tim, though. They be like, I like to join with Cousin Tim.
I was about to say, because back then I wasn't trying to give out no social media at that time either.
I recall.
True.
Like, no,
I recall. Don't follow me.
don't follow me,
Don't follow me.
Don't
yo.
follow me.
please.
No, but during the well, I guess it wasn't really the pandemic, but like, well, that was kind of during the pandemic when you went on your like your excursion, your enlightenment, your Celestine, your
Spirit walk.
Celestine
Of self-discovery.
prophecy type shindiggle.
Like,
What was the precursor to that? Like, what was like the epiphany? What was the like?
it probably started after all the traveling. Like, that was the beginning of it. Like, so many times I would pull up to like a tourist spot and I was just kind of fed up with tourist activity. I was tired of standing in the line to take the same picture that everybody else was taking. I was tired of arguments on social media. Like, yo, I followed you because you post nice plates, and now I gotta unfollow you because your opinions on racism are trash. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, okay.
Yeah, it was just one of them things. Like, I was at a place where I didn't have a need for social media. Yeah, man. So I was just like, all right. And then pandemic. And I was just like, all right, I'm not coming outside. Like, I holler at y'all.
I mean, you already wasn't
Right.
coming outside, really.
You was already
You go
low-key.
through bouts of not coming outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I mean,
It
you
was
know.
just an extension.
But
of
I feel
monk
like
season.
right before that,
Mm.
I feel like right before that, you had talked about discontinuing monk season. Like right
did.
before that, and
did.
then
I remember talking about it at the Cold Nation brunch.
shout out to Cold
Shout out
Nation
to Coley.
Yeah, sure, yeah. Combination, sure. Nah, I mean, I was at that time I was coming off something. Like, I was kind of coming off of dealing with some like mental health stuff. So I was trying to figure out, the question, like, who I want to be. And
everyday question.
have I gotten to a place where I don't necessarily need the monk season? Like, it all started because I needed to take a break to kind of like renew my energy. And over time, I was just like, man, I don't really need that long of a period anymore. Yeah, man, where I kind of got like go into hiding. And then like all the things happened in my life. So I was just like, man, I'm right back.
Right.
It was time to, if I'm gonna do a thing, when you get to that point where it's like, if I'm gonna do a thing, let me do a thing. You know
Do
what
the
I mean?
whole thing. Go all out.
Let me push it to another level. Like, let me push it to like where I'm like, honestly, because it is something that I enjoy doing. It's something that, is important to me. So it's like, let me stop playing with it. You know how sometimes we'll like play with the things that we care about? That's why I be taking like my long breaks. It's
I think that's cool though.
Like, I
Right?
just get overwhelmed and I just like shy away from it when it's like really something that I should like go closer to when I'm in those moments. Like, that's
Should
probably
you?
where my best content will probably be, to be honest.
That's what I mean.
You'd
that
have
was-
something to talk about, but like,
Listen, that's what I was about to get at. Like, that time where, like, when I got most of my followers on social media was when I broke my ankle because I was super wilding. Like, I was depressed and
Low.
wilding. I was just depressed. I get on that joint every day and just start wilding. Just try, because I just had so much I didn't have anything
so
else
much
to do.
content.
Yeah, so I'm just putting out the.
So now I feel like it's a point where it's just like, sometimes consistency is way more important than like perfection or doing it a certain way or whatever. It's just like, even if two people listen to this show, it's like one of those things that lives forever.
Mhm.
Somebody might discover the show 30 years from now, go back to the episode. Like, I meet people like that where it's like, you know, they went back to the beginning
Mhm.
or they found no booking info. And I'm like, how
What a
the
time.
heck you find that?
What a time.
Like, what? I don't even remember who I was back then. Like,
But the
That's-
consistency also produces the quality, right?
True.
Like,
yeah, I mean, it's practice.
yeah, it's, exactly.
True.
Right. That's the whole learning process. That's where you get get to the you know, the higher levels, like the better levels.
Yeah, it always remind me of this too. Like, so you like say I don't remember who I was back then, and then you listen and you be like, "Yo, I was this person."
Right.
Yeah, man. And because I used to be like that with my rhyme books for a long time. Like this poem I wrote when
I definitely thought you was about to say you had bars.
I had bars though. Don't
I
get
feel like, I feel like every
I
man was a
had
rapper
bars.
at some point in life.
Nah, I was never. I was always on my Langston Hughes joint. Like I was never.
She
Yeah,
trying to
man.
make me clean the kitchen. What she think I'm a chicken? I'm about to go outside and start kicking. Shit.
Always, man. Always.
Whack bars.
Yeah.
Them bars when you mad at your mom.
Yeah.
Go get the composition book.
But this all right.
put me
Them,
on.
that's them Eminem bars. them she burnt the pizza rolls bars. Yeah.
That's quality content right
Nah,
there.
I be saying that all the time though. Like whenever people, because you know some people they be like, "Yo, he's the greatest rapper ever" or whatever.
Who, Eminem?
Eminem.
Yeah, it's like they be like he
I
top
literally
five.
just watched another podcast and the bull said that. He was like,
Really?
Yeah. Was he white?
he was not.
Okay.
I can name him.
No. Like I mean, like I understand. Like he was Eminem was probably one of my homies' favorite rapper. You know what I mean, when we were growing up.
Really?
But-
Said no black man ever.
And I enjoyed his music up until I moved out of my mom's house. And then it was just
Very
like,
fitting.
I was like, yo, when am I'm never this upset, ever. Like, I don't know what I just don't identify with this anymore.
Right.
Like,
He make music for the people that had to eat spaghetti leftovers for a week straight.
like that angsty, you know what I mean?
That'll make you angry.
All of it, yo.
That'll for sure make you angry.
Spaghetti
It's spaghetti in there.
It's spaghetti in there. So it's still in the pot too. It's never like in Tupperware.
Oh,
or
absolutely
nothing. It's
not.
still
Spaghetti
in the
don't go in
pot.
Tupperware.
Always thinking about-
Oh my
First off,
God.
it stains.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Shout out to Stain Tupperware, man.
oh, for sure. I still be rocking with it a little bit. I saw a hack to clean it, but I just always forget about it, and
What's the
Oh.
hack?
I don't remember.
Oh. I thought you meant you don't remember to clean the bowls with the hack. You just don't remember the hack.
Nah, yeah, I don't remember that, Joe. I see it every once in a while, and I'll be like, oh yeah,
I think it got something to do with lemon or something.
probably.
do.
Acidity.
When they always tell me it's
Lips
always lemon.
stains.
You know what I mean?
Always
Lime. Yo, squeeze a little lemon in there.
It's a bleaching agent. That's what I be saying.
And it gives you a citrus smell. Get this Pinterest.
Lemony bread.
This reminds me, like my mom made quite possibly like the worst spaghetti ever one time.
Whoa,
How you make a
whoa.
spaghetti? That's not possible.
Listen,
You can,
Because-
but I don't
Unless
expect
you,
that
like,
from anybody.
use
Mom,
ketchup.
what?
jarred sauce with no type of nothing. Sauce out the jar is ass.
This,
You don't put nothing in it.
I mean, onions and stuff.
Like no seasonings in them. Jars.
Oh, yeah,
Seasoned
yeah,
jars.
yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
it's not
yeah,
even.
yeah.
It's not even ragu. It just say sauce on it. I was blown.
That's
Good luck
funny.
to you.
That's really a thing, and I didn't know that was like actually a thing. So I was at like one of my friends' houses or whatever, and they was making sandwiches.
Ooh.
And they was like, "You want one?" And I was like, "What kind of mayonnaise you got?" And he
Bougie.
says, "Mayonnaise." And I said, "But like, what kind?" He said, "It says
Say
mayonnaise."
mayonnaise on it.
That's
And I said,
wild.
"What you mean it says mayonnaise? Like, what's the brand?"
Yo, this confusion is wild.
I was like,
Like, huh?
what's the brand? Like, is it Hellman's? Is it Miracle Whip? Like, what kind? I don't eat Miracle, but I only eat
Dukes.
Hellman's.
Man.
And I went in the refrigerator.
Choices.
I went in the refrigerator, and it was a container that literally said mayonnaise. There was no
That's for
brand.
show from Dollar Tree.
Listen, our joint
There
used to
was
say
no
salad dressing.
brand.
Back in the day,
Yo, it be like that.
that government cheese, them days.
It be like
I
that.
never
dressing.
saw that before. It's like some stuff that come with like the kid kitchenette set. Where
Wow.
it's just like ketchup, mustard,
The
Used
empty
to get
bottle
a,
it just be red, yellow.
All of that. Yeah.
I
All of
was
that.
like, my mind was blown.
Sure, they got no ingredients.
This how y'all
listed.
living out here?
Mayo
This is crazy.
What's that mayonnaise? I said,
can't be trusted.
That's-
wow.
No,
we
thank
used
you.
to get the. It was like a
He
99
talking about
cent.
something we was raised by wolves. Like,
Sir,
I was,
you're an adult. You can afford some helmets.
Listen, I'm.
Let's do
This,
better.
this reminds me of something, right? Like, so when I first got that apartment,
Which one?
the one on Walnut Lane, the infamous
Got it.
apartment.
Okay.
The apartment.
The apartment. Yeah. And so, like, before that, all I was going off of was what was at the house. You know what I mean? So we used to shop at Save a Lot. So I still had like the Croco Crunch and things like that.
I'm sorry.
For the longest time.
Croco Crunch.
Yeah, so it's
That's
Captain
supposed to be
Crunch,
Captain
but
Crunch?
but amphibious. You know what I'm saying?
Do it cut your mouth? The top of your mouth?
Absolutely.
Oh,
Even
alright.
worse. Even worse.
Oh.
It's not. Yeah, it's a whole different thing. I
Damn,
don't even-
violence.
that joint probably strongly made of cardboard.
I put iced tea in my Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Wait a minute, what?
Because I'm lactose intolerant, so I don't drink milk. So I used to like, when
Time
I was
out.
younger.
You heard what you heard?
Time
it,
out.
And then I was
Am I
confused.
tripping?
She said iced tea,
You
right?
said iced tea?
I used
Like-
to put iced tea in it.
Like you pour cereal
Into
in a
cereal?
bowl and then you, instead of milk, you
All right.
Because I like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. But then I just stopped putting iced tea in it and just eating the Cinnamon Toast Crunch with nothing on it. Just like out of the box.
who
don't-
taught you that?
I don't know if you should be judging mayo right now.
Yo, you feel me? Who taught you that? Who said that was okay?
Nobody, because I really wanted it. And like, I just did that. I don't know why I did that. I just
Yo.
did that.
Yo, I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone right now.
Nah, this is
What?
I don't know why. In retrospect, that was stupid.
It
It didn't taste bad though.
Stupid is an understatement.
It didn't taste
Bo-
bad.
It's just straight sugar, bruh.
It's like it was like sugar and lemon.
just all. Bodega Picture Pre was a different individual.
Yo, baby pig.
How did y'all even?
Graduation
How did y'all
pics.
find that? Did I give that? Did I willingly give that to
I
the public?
feel like yes. I feel like you posted it on Facebook.
Yeah.
And I immediately was like, "Yo, was this your 8th grade graduation joint that Poppy put in the plastic shelving?"
How do y'all like? Do they ask for the pics or like
Nah, people definitely
you just be
supply them.
giving
joints.
them
They
joints?
supply 'em.
They definitely supply them.
Put
joints.
my baby on the wall.
Like there was
School
definitely
pictures,
a,
prom pictures, graduation pictures.
definitely had a prom joint up.
That's wild.
Gomez Grocery.
Like like our corner stores were Chinese on. Like we ain't really, they ain't
Different
really
thing.
do that. Yeah, they ain't do
different,
that.
Different environment altogether.
So like
You're not coming in there listening to reggaeton or nothing.
facts.
No cat walking around the joint.
Yeah.
Ain't no
You
seasoning
don't,
in there.
you don't
for
do the
real.
little hip one when you walk in the door.
Yo,
right.
Pop.
Yo,
Right. Like we knew them, but like
I was just thinking.
But
about
these
that.
new pops, they don't like being called pop.
why?
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
it's
maybe.
strange. It's like evolved a little bit. Like I was
Definitely.
in the poppy store not too long ago, and somebody came in and was like, "Yo, pop," and he was like, he was disgruntled.
That's
he ain't
fair.
like that.
All right. I mean, yo, we
It's a-
2021. You know what I'm saying?
It's a new generation of pops.
Whatever-
now.
whatever
They
I don't
pronoun-
like
young.
that. I don't like that.
It's the
Whatever
young
pronouns you
poppies.
want, yo. That's where I'm at.
Oh man.
Whatever y'all let me
Guys,
know.
boys, pronouns.
Whatever pronouns you want. You don't want. Like you feel like, cause I mean, some folks, you know, they like, nah, I'm Chicana. You know what I'm saying? Or don't call me Mexican. I'm Latin. Like whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Don't confuse me. I feel like pop. You know.
Ah.
Pop
Alright.
feels
Pop
like
is a term of endearment.
pop
I mean-
sounds, ubiquitous.
We could say the same thing about a bunch of terms that apply to whatever group we apply to. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, so they're not poppies.
If I call if I
Is
go
that not a
back,
fact?
if I walk in and Poppy that make the sandwiches is offended by my use of Poppy, then he not Poppy no more. He's like Alan or something. You know what
I
I mean?
don't like that.
I mean, you have to do what feels good to people.
I mean, I get it.
like
but I
it's
don't like it.
wild.
Now you the old white man.
You giving Karen. You're
I
giving
just feel like
Karen.
that's
wait a
what we.
minute.
But that's how we. You know,
But
what I
you've
mean?
always been Poppy.
Is it offensive?
if it's offensive, it's offensive to them. Like I'm not going to generalize the entire bodega
wild.
community.
I've never heard that.
The bodega
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I didn't know Pop or Poppy was a. So like, should we not be calling them Poppy stores no more?
maybe. I mean,
So what are they? Corner stores?
I
Are they
mean,
bodegas? Like, is it bad?
maybe you let me like
I have
'cause
questions.
no one
I
of them
guess
joint,
I guess it depends. They should probably put it on the
No,
doors now.
there's a
Alvarez Mini Market? Like, I
Nah.
gotta call you by the whole
Listen,
name.
there's a joint down Southwest that is absolutely called Poppy Store. Like it's on the
They know.
No,
on the awning,
but they're owned by black people.
which is all right, which is appropriation in my opinion. But all right, you know what I mean?
It's like Poppy Store number 1, and then they have like a Poppy Store number 2,
Which is
But
crazy.
those are definitely black
Because
people.
there was like a taco spot that used to be on I want to say like Broad and Arch, and it was named Illegal Tacos. They got that joint right out of here, like directly out of here. Like dude was like,
Nuh-uh.
I want to say dude, he was like Middle Eastern.
Wow, gentrified.
And he was he was like, no, they're so good, they're illegal. And it's like, nah,
Nah.
bro. Picket, march. We getting this joint right
What
out
was
of here.
this?
Yeah,
This
no,
like a
he
couple
played
years ago.
himself.
That
years
was
ago.
a little. I mean, like you had to know. You ain't run that idea by nobody else.
Nobody. Where was your
Listen,
marketing team?
You got,
Facts.
whoever is in the group is on the same ilk. You know what I'm saying? So, oh no, it's a play on words.
Nah, like hold this L, cause no.
Yeah, it was in the paper and all that. They got him right out of here.
Nizzy
As they
Meyer.
should. As they
Yeah.
should.
But that was it. Like I'm really at that place where it's just like, yo, what you? All right, right? They thumbs up. Yeah, I got you. Yo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying
Whatever
to get in
you
a
need.
better habit of like.
Yeah,
Whatever you
it's
Being
definitely
conscious of
it's definitely an adjustment though. I'm not going to
Yeah.
lie.
Listen,
I recently had a situation where I had a pronoun situation, and it's like you feel bad, like you
what
feel
is a
bad.
pronoun situation?
You use the wrong
Like
pronoun.
you use the
Like
wrong-
you-
like I never want
you
to
went sir,
misgender
and then it was
somebody.
like-
no, not like.
No.
It was
no.
like your Manny fresh looking auntie, and
Mhm.
you
No, no,
called
no,
her
no, no.
sir.
Like from here,
No,
I
no,
thought
no,
you
no.
was a.
Right. Like I misgendered someone, and I felt like I felt bad. You know what I'm saying? Even though they told me like it's okay. Like that's kind of how they present, so they don't feel a way.
That's a
when
crazy
it
thing
happens.
to go through, right? Like for your life, like you just dealing with that all the time.
Yeah.
It's
Why?
but you know what's crazy?
But
It's-
they prefer Dave there.
Right.
So my thing was like, if that's what you prefer, that's what I want to do. So I'm going
Right.
to be intentional
Yeah.
about not misgendering you.
Yeah, it's almost like people who identify with binary, pronouns. Like we
Yo,
privileged.
these terms, yo, I
I
appreciate
know, yo.
y'all. Y'all very enlightened out here.
We trying, yeah. We trying.
Misgender.
Like we privileged. Like we
Yeah.
don't have to,
We be
continuously
reading.
repeat.
Yeah,
I read books.
I read,
But like it's just like a privilege that I didn't really think I had, and it's like, damn, I guess I do. Like people would see me, and I feel like would default to her, which is my pronoun.
Right.
But like you don't know that.
Right. Exactly.
You really don't know that.
You don't.
Y'all want to hear 2 stories? I got 2 stories on this subject.
Let's hear it.
Okay, so the first thing that started to change my mind about these things, I was dating this girl, and even MySpace days, right?
Ooh.
And this girl was like, "Yo, I'm in town, whatever. I'm like 13th and Chestnut. You want to meet up? Whatever? Yeah, bet. Dotting and bopping." And I get down there, and like a dude is at the front desk.
This is a hotel or where are you at?
So, first of all, 13th and Chestnut, I'm like, where's living space down there? Like, I never, right?
Above the maybe.
But it turned out it was like dorm rooms for the Art Institute.
Okay, that makes sense.
And when I get down there, I see a security guard and a man. And I'm like, this is not what I expected at all, right? And it was like, he's like, yo, Tim? And I'm like,
Whoa.
Desiree? Like, what's going on, right? And he's like, nah. He like, nah. He like, but, and he like, nah. Desiree's upstairs. But he's I'm like, all right. And but the crazy thing was like, but he was also like, he had like for lack of a better term, like an effeminate tone. So I was just kind of like, all right. Like I wasn't sure what was happening at the time.
It's a real scare right there.
But it turned out, there was his sister, and then she was from New York. She was coming to visit him. So for a while, it would be me, her, him, and his boyfriend. And there were times where we had to go like pick up her from the bus stop. So it's just me and him walking downtown in the neighborhoods, right? And me all of a sudden becoming aware of things people are saying, you know what I mean, stairs, all of that stuff. And I'm just like, yo, I'm just out here with my mans trying to go get my girl.
Right.
Right.
Simple as that.
Drawn.
But you really don't realize your privilege until you're like, you know, even being black in America, there is still some semblance of privilege. It's mind blowing, but it's there. Like, you have to acknowledge it.
When you start getting into like, all right, I know what it is to be a minority, but I don't know what it is to be a double minority, a woman and a, you know, a woman of color, quote, or to even get, I know, I'm not a, I know, right?
Black woman.
Or even to get like another layer to that.
Black queer woman.
You know, and then go for it. Like, it's so much going on.
It's so many intersections.
So the second thing that shifted some things for me, like I think I told you before, like the girl, like my first love in life later came out as a lesbian, and we remained friends, and I hung out with like the lesbian clique, but like one of that group went through the transition.
Okay.
Right? So here was this person that I knew for a very long time as a woman. Next time I see you, yo, what's up, dog? Like, I mean, like him and everything else. And they immediately fell into the, and this is like 2005 maybe. So
this was before
like the him and hers and gender pronouns and everything.
Thing.
So I'm just like, all right, like, I mean, I knew you as this, now, you know, now I know you as this person, and just that adjustment. But
it's also a level of shock. Like, just think about it. When we was growing, we didn't really encounter that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why whenever people kind of like push back at this point, it's just like, nah, you just becoming more aware that these people kind of have always existed.
Right, exactly.
And now they just have a voice.
Yeah.
Because at first I was thinking like maybe more of a voice, but just a voice at all. Like, oh, we recognize, and you know, that's the same thing of like, you know, when people talk about like representation mattering and things like that, it's like, oh, you just see these people being represented, and it's like, yo, what? So I understand where it's like, there's a shock factor, especially when it was somebody you grew up with.
Yeah. Like,
dog, you was a bad John, now you Kevin Hart. You know what I mean? Like, this is crazy. You know what I mean? But all right, like, we out here, like, let's have a ball. You know what I mean? Let's go.
It is what it is.
We were still at Onyx on like ladies' night. Now you gotta pay. You know what I mean? That's a real thing. True story. True story.
Oh my god.
Like,
I'd be pissed.
The two homies went in first. You know what I mean? And it was I'm like, yo, y'all masculine presenting, but y'all come out the ladies' night, whatever. All right, enjoy. But then the homie that transitioned, it was like, no, I need that $10. And I'm like, welcome. Enjoy.
Have fun.
But yeah, man, like all of that, like just actually like knowing people, and I hate to do that too, because you know how like when your white coworker come to you and be like, yo, can I talk to you about you know, this thing? Yeah. And they're like your reference point.
Yeah.
And it's just like, like I don't ever, I just want you to live your life, yo. Like, you're not here to educate me.
None of that.
Or none of that, right? But I'm just thankful for patience.
Yeah.
Yes.
When it was gifted to me.
Yes.
Yeah,
I agree.
Just like allowing you to be in a space. You know what I mean? To kind of like just take it in. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're really just like in a space, taking up space and paying attention and being, you know, genuine and your intentions are pure.
Yeah. That's the thing.
You'll pick up on, you know, you'll pick up on things. That's what be like irking me about white people. because they don't they don't
It's
just
a
they
fact.
don't just sit back and read the room.
No, they don't know how to read.
They they never just sit back and read the room and like approach from you know what I mean, like, okay, I see what's going on here, let me move accordingly. It's
They've
let
never
me
had to.
wow out and then be like, oh, I
I'm wilding?
didn't
I'm
know, I didn't understand, I didn't mean to do that.
It's like
That bothers me.
it's like this extra effort they're putting in, and I don't need that.
Shout out to
You don't have to comment every time I change my hair. You
It'd be
don't
like the
have to.
wrong
I don't
effort.
comment when you come in with a cut or with some nut ass highlights. I don't. I don't comment.
your bangs not popping.
Yo, like you don't have to. Oh, it looks so
Yo,
good.
I think that's the attempt
Changed
at
your hair again.
inclusion. They're like, oh, you can do that? I didn't know you could do that.
Yo,
You know what I mean? I think that's the privilege, though. I mean, it's
Oh,
just
yeah.
like, we never had to be accommodated for. Like, we're all. I'll give you an example, right? Like my coworker, we would always go and get lunch and whatnot, right? And it was like,
that's you, sis.
yo. I was. It's time's up. Oh, all right.
My bad. I didn't turn off the notifications on my computer.
Yo, this is not the first time, yo.
She looking at us like, put it on, put it on. Like, ma'am,
Like your mom in church.
ma'am, right, ma'am, that's you.
We not going to Old Country Buffet. After this.
Wow, shout out to Old Country Buffet.
Yo,
Old Country Buffet is disgusting.
What a time! It was a time
Listen.
when you was a kid, bro.
the
Nah.
eighth grade graduation. Yeah.
The
Old Country
trash
Buffet.
ass mac and cheese that we
used
thought
to-
was good.
No, we used to go to Shoney's.
Yo, this HBG experience. is
Okay, I thought
completely different.
Shoney's was only like down south.
Definitely.
They had one in
tinge of-
Lancaster.
tinge of
Interesting.
Shoney's and Cracker Barrel. The spice is racism.
Wow.
Shoney's is racist.
Not Shoney's.
Cracker Barrel for show.
Oh shoot, y'all gonna get a lot of that.
Listen,
Get ready.
I wish
Barrel
y'all
for
could
sure,
experience what that felt like to live in unison. I was this is like a commercial. I didn't even know this could happen.
Period.
Right.
Like, but I ain't gonna hold you. Cracker Barrel food be all right.
Cracker
So like,
Barrel, you walk in the door and hear the slave hymn. They have them blasting through the
just
speaker. You
Plantation
know how like
pops over.
you know how like the Express and stuff be having the
The elevator music.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It'd be
Wade in the water.
like you could feel the ancestors
just wanted some
like
biscuits.
side eyeing you.
I mean, I fuck with Cracker Barrel. Like, hold the racism.
I ain't say I don't
Mm.
go to Cracker Barrel.
Definitely need that.
I just know what time it is when I get there.
I know not to make no eye contact for real.
That's funny, man.
Don't. No.
Yo, that's like the I don't know if y'all seen it before.
When it's like
a-
grandma and grandpa's breakfast, you know which grandma and grandpa it is.
that's- that little small side nibble. Like, let me, I'll indulge in this. Even though I know
And the
it's a
fried
little-
apples be busting.
What? Yo.
but,
Let me tell you something.
But
He be appalled when I say I'm going to Cracker Barrel. I'm like, he's trying to relax.
That should be all that. We ain't
it's
gonna
like,
sleep.
me and my coworker, we were trying out restaurants, and he ended up liking Jamaican food. Like every time we would go,
Of course.
yeah. So we would go to the
This
Jamaican
is a
spot.
Caucasian man.
Yes, very extremely Caucasian.
Okay.
Like not a hint of soul. And we would go to the Jamaican spot, and he would always get like stewed chicken, rice and peas and cabbage, right? Every time. So at some point we're in there, and he's just like, yo, I'm tired of being the only white boy in here. Like this is crazy.
Whoa, sir.
Wow.
Hold on now.
Right.
Hold on.
Welcome.
And that's exactly what I said to him. I was like, now
Welcome.
imagine what it's like for me
Mm,
when it's always only me.
mm.
Like when we at work and we sitting around the table and it's like 15 white guys and me.
Mm.
Yeah, man. Like, or for any of these black people.
right.
He's in a
Yeah, no.
restaurant that he can easily walk right the fuck out of
Right. Like now imagine what that feels like to go through the world feeling that way, right?
every day.
Right.
Oh, all right. I see what you're saying.
Oh, okay.
It was his aha moment.
Okay. Grab
I
your
wish,
platter and
yo.
roll.
I wish. I mean,
They'll never be able to relate. So just
That's
some of them
all-
are just a lost cause.
you know what it is.
For real, for
like,
real.
Like,
I
don't
appreciate
even-
the ones that like try.
Try.
Yeah, it's. I'm at the point now where I'm always waiting for the other shoe to drop.
Facts.
Of course.
You know what I mean? So it's just because it's
Just
like, yo,
ingrained.
it's a ton of folks out here that like voted for Obama and then voted for Trump.
Oh, for sure.
Right. And I'm just kind of like, all right, you know, at the end of the day, you are going to do what's best for you and your family.
Yeah.
And that includes perpetuating white supremacy. Like, if you have white
Capitalist
privilege,
society
you might as well
101.
keep it going. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
so I just be like, all right, like, yeah, you cool.
It take a
Today.
certain type of person to be willing and courageous enough to relinquish some privilege.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even necessarily want them to relinquish it. It's just using it to create space for black people, and then also, like, not feeling like you did something courageous
White
or
savior-ish.
heroic,
Not
or
like
yeah.
not the hero complex.
Mhm.
Yeah, like, all right, I'm gonna use what I have
Like,
here.
this poor black person, let them sit at this
Yeah.
table.
Jesus wasn't even
you're
white.
great.
Don't.
You're so great for that.
Like,
Oh,
don't.
like, man, I'm good. Man.
I'm cool off that.
This is one of the good ones. They can.
Yeah. Like, all of that, like, nobody invited to my cookout, man.
Facts.
Just because they got a little tinge of rhythm,
Okay.
Any of
all
it,
of a
man.
sudden,
Just because they Soldier Boy up in this,
Right.
that don't give you an invitation to the cookout.
they know the Q102 hits.
Like, I need
Okay.
Come on, yo.
What's Q102?
Some white station on here.
That's hilarious.
But it
then
would
why would
occasionally,
Why would-
play like the radio rap hits.
It would, it would be a lot of Nelly.
Yeah,
A lot of
yeah.
Nelly,
Why were you listening to Q102, bro?
Because you be at work, and then they look, at
That
you.
joint not programmed in my car, like.
They look at you and be like, "Oh, well, I'll put on something everybody likes," and then you get like gym class heroes or something. You know what I mean? Like,
Please, ma'am, turn the shit off. Turn it off completely.
yeah. It's either gonna be that or back in the day it was like B101, which was like
Oh, I remember the commercials would be 101.
easy listening joints.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. They'll play like Q102 used to get like a print. You get a Prince joint, but you're not getting like a door. You know what I'm saying? There's just a lot of that. It's in for real.
They
yo,
do where the
that's
draw.
violence. That's violence. When you start talking about like microaggressions, that's what that is, yo.
Thanks.
Like, now is when they start playing like Genuine Pony. Like, all right, Joe. I need y'all to stop it.
I see what you're doing. I see right through the charade.
Cut the crap.
That happened the other day, man. Like, I was, they were doing like an end of the year potluck situation, and you could
The other day, end of the year.
end of the
School
school year.
year.
End of the school year.
Oh, yeah.
End of
My
school
bad.
year,
I'm
right.
like,
Sir,
a potluck in a pandemic?
It is June. Like, nah, like they were
I
doing.
don't do potlucks.
The mac and cheese in the
In the crock pot. Oh my gosh. It was filthy.
no thanks. Sliced cheese
It
on
got
top.
string beans in it.
Filthy. Filthy.
They did a
Red
potluck
mac
in a
and
panty?
cheese.
I mean, you know,
We in a panty. Like, we not acting like it's
I
not
don't.
over.
Everybody not in the panty, yo. That's what I've
Okay.
learned. Everybody not here.
That's
like
wild.
some people never went inside. Like they was always
Correct.
outside.
That's really crazy.
That's correct.
Like, I had to go pick up my brother, and I drove by Cooper's in like
The one in Chester?
no Cooper's. It's like front in Wyoming or something like that.
Oh,
All right,
well, I'm not surprised.
and I'm like, oh y'all really just out here,
I'm not surprised that.
like
that
with the
was
hookah and everything. Like
that.
all right,
all that.
all right,
I'm not surprised. Please.
okay, I'm a double mask up.
I mean, well, now it is technically now people are calling it post-pandemic because the mask mandate has been lifted and like places are back to 100% capacity where some of the spots they was already over capacity.
Yo, just don't
regular
post this joint.
capacity.
Just
It was. I ain't gonna lie. There was a couple places that I went, and when it gets to a certain time, they start closing the curtains.
all right, y'all.
I ain't going to say, you know what I mean? No names or whatever.
Shout out
'Cause I
to y'all
remember-
making it through.
Because I remember the one time I was in that joint and It was like two white guys that had walked in, and everybody just like stopped and
Oh,
was like looking at them. Everybody thought they was
Yeah,
L
the
and
feds. They
I.
definitely the feds, right?
Everybody
They
thought they
for
was
sure
L and
L&I.
I, but then they started singing karaoke, and it was like, all right, they good.
All right.
All right.
Y'all here singing "Dangerously in Love." I see what you trying to do. Try to pick
So-
you with Tamika.
Okay, so the city, we talking about the city, right?
Mhm.
As of last Friday or something like that,
I think last
Yeah.
Friday.
they lifted mask restrictions indoor
Mhm.
and outdoor.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's full capacity.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I saw something today that was like, I guess they're trying to do away with outdoor dining or they're limiting it.
They probably doing away with them shanty towns, if anything.
I actually appreciate those.
Look, it's a lot of
A
food.
what?
Them joints, all
The
all of that around
Them little wood
with them structures.
structures they done built.
I'm
Them
like, yo,
things
this still
fire.
inside, dog. Like, they're still inside. Like,
Technically.
we got some. You put up a plastic barrier. This joint got 4 walls.
Some of them joints be having heaters in there,
Exactly.
outlets.
Yeah,
like,
I'm like, all right, man.
That joint at the Germantown Garden Grill, them joints lit. We got this whole little igloo bubble joint. Like you
Mhm.
got the
They
the
made
fire
do.
pit.
No, look,
thing.
I'm of the opinion that everything that survived was supposed to,
Mm.
and just because of like ingenuity, like when restaurants was making like them care packages,
Yeah.
where it's like, yo, we selling it. Oh, we got this excess toilet paper.
yeah.
You want that? You know what I mean?
By any means necessary out here.
Y'all, we
Sink
on
or
Grubhub
swim.
now. Y'all want a
Sink or
platter?
swim. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
all right,
yeah.
man.
Dropping
Yeah.
coupons left and right on there.
Mhm.
I don't
Free
got
delivery.
No parking down here though.
yo, that's the one. I'm like,
Well, you know the way I live my life. I've been parking garage in there for years, so I ain't even
I
tripping.
feel like
No, you got to when
You
you're on
have
the
to.
run. That's what I'm saying. You got to when you're on the run.
I feel like you
I
don't
ain't on
really
the
have an
run no
option.
more. I ain't on the run no more. They caught me last year. Did I ever tell you about the when I
No.
got? Oh,
You told me. I think the day after. You talking about what, on Market Street?
Mm-hmm.
I think I do recall that.
So I parked. So before everything got shut down, I would park on Market Street, hop on the L, go to work, come back. My car be right there, and I'm already in West. So the one day, I park like I usually park. You know what I'm saying? I thinking a thing of it.
Mm-hmm.
I come back. I'm walking. I'm like, I didn't think I parked. Where's my car at? And I finally see the car. It got a boot on it. Booted, tooted, and booted.
Yikes.
Mind you, right behind my car is a PPA like pickup truck joint, and I was like, oh well, maybe I could like do the joint over the phone, and they could just take my joint off right here, right now. So I go and I talk to the guy, and I'm like if I pay it, can you like just take it off? He was like, no.
Wow.
I said, wow. So I called the number, and I was trying to like pay it, and for some reason like they don't take the payments over the phone no more to get the boot off. Like before, you could like pay over the phone.
I thought you had to call a number to get the boot off.
First of
Yeah,
all,
so
I
you
just
used
want
to
to
be
take
able to.
just a quick aside. The fact that you are a veteran in these matters. You're like, no, before you could do this.
The life that she
And
lives.
this is it.
The life that she lives.
Please continue. Please continue.
Before,
I don't know nothing about none of this. Really?
well, I
This
don't
is
live this
crazy.
life no more. I've changed. But
Okay, girl.
before you could like call and you could like pay with your card over the phone, and then like an hour or two they would come and grab the boot off, and you'd be straight, you'd be cool. But then I called to do my 1-2, and they're like, no, you have to come to the joint
lot.
down IKEA. Like
South
the
Philly.
joint down South Philly, you have to come down there and like get your paperwork and pay. And I was like, well, that's whack. And they were like, oh, and by the way, we close at, I think they closed at like 9. It was like 8:15.
So
I'm
y'all,
like, this
I
is
can't move my
crazy.
car, and y'all expect me to get to where?
Just take
Right.
the boot off right quick. I'll be down there.
Exactly. Plus, when you had the boot, if like one of the pickup, with one of the like the tow trucks passed, they could just take it. So the guy was still behind my car, so I was like, listen, I'm about to go right now, and pay it or whatever. I was like, is there any way to just like, that you could like stay here while I go pay it?
Like,
because
bro, you got to clock out, right?
Like, it'll literally be paid in like 15, 20 minutes. And then since you're already here, you could just take the joint off and we'd be good. And he was like, nah, you'll probably get told. I said, yo, that's wild. I'm literally about to go right now and pay it. Like,
Trash.
He was being a jerk, yo. So I hurry up and I go down there. First of all, they make you wait in one line to get a piece of paper. Then you take the piece of paper and go wait in another line to pay and like give all your paperwork and stuff like that. So I finally do all that. I go back to my car.
Of course.
Shit's gone. I'm sick.
She called them immediately. Yo, she left.
He
yo.
literally put her shit on the bed right when she pulled on. Like he had to.
It was gone. I'm livid. Like, I'm livid.
Great.
So I call back and I'm like, I was literally just down there. I literally just paid you. If you knew that they told me, why wouldn't you just have me stay there so I could get my car when it got there? So they're like, oh, wow. We were just talking about that.
Yo, what?
Bruh, I was
Yo,
so
violence.
I was so
Violence.
mad.
What you mean?
I was heated. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Well, I already paid, so I'm going to just come down there and get it. And she was like, oh, no, we're closed.
Girl.
Yo.
I'd have choked her ass out through the phone.
I was literally just there. I just paid you. Like, my car literally had to just get there. Why can't I come get my car? They're like, oh, no, we're closed. You have to come tomorrow. I'm like, yo, this is wild. Mind you, the next day, the cheerleaders had a competition in, like, Hershey, because we was going to States. So I had, like, things to do. So I'm tight. And I still had to work. So, like, the next day, I go, and, like, in my mind, I'm like, all right, I'm going to grab the car, and I'm going to just go grab the girls, and I'm going to go to Harrisburg, whatever. So I get down there. I'm in a line, another line. Then I'm in another line. Like, I hate PPA. So they're like, all right. They give me my paper with the little the lot number joint on it. Like, all right, you're in spot 18B. So they said, go to the gate, get the border park paper. He'll get your car. So I give him the paper. He walked down the thing. Then he like come back. And then he, like, walked down the thing, and then he come back. I'm like, what is he doing? And he was like, he let me in the gate. So we're walking together. And then he's like, here you go. And we're at spot 18B, but it's not my car. It's, like, this black Camry with no bumper. Like, this is not my car. He said, 18B, right? I said, yes, 18B, but that's not my car. He's like, oh, all right. Hold on. You knew that wasn't my car. You knew it wasn't my car. The first 2 times you walked up and down the joint, you knew it wasn't my car. Mind you, it's cold outside. Like, it's freezing.
Yo.
It's freezing. I got these bags. I'm pulling bags. I'm tight. So he goes into, like, this little structure joint that guy. He get on the phone or whatever. He hang up the phone. He get back on the phone. He hang up the phone. Comes out the joint and says, that's not your car.
Yo, am I being punked?
Yo,
that's what I
Where's
was
the
on.
cameras?
I said, you gotta be kidding me. I said, I have somewhere to go. Where is my car? He was like, all right, let's walk around.
Not in below zero weather.
Looking
for your car.
Yo, imagine walking through a parking lot looking for your wheel.
With,
like a mall parking lot.
With a suitcase and bags.
Okay. He's like, push the panic button. He's like, we gonna walk up and down. So we walking up and down the aisles, pushing the panic button. I said, sir, my car is not here. Like, it's not here. So he go back in the little joint, call somebody else, and he's like, it's not here. I'm like, yo, no, it's not here. He was like, he was like, are you okay? Like, why are you so upset?
Like, what?
Like, was playing in my face. Like, he was playing in my face.
Come on.
He was like, it's not here. He was like, it's at the other one on, like, I think it was, like, on Essington. It's, like, another one. He's like, it's at that one. And I was like, yeah, this is crazy. I said, so now I already took an Uber down here. I took another Uber over there. Okay, cool. So I go over there. I'm in another line. I said, I'm not doing this.
Why do
line
you need
stuff
to be
no
in
more.
line?
I'm not doing no more.
They should have had
lines.
your shit at the gate.
You feel me? I'm not doing no more lines. I go to the gate and I said, excuse me, sir. I already paid. I already did all these lines. I'm not doing no more lines. Can you get my car for me? He's like, let me go talk to the supervisor. So he's talking to the supervisor. The other supervisor, like, I gotta talk to. It's like 3 supervisors. It's the lot supervisor, then it's the this supervisor,
The office
and that
supervisor.
Yeah,
Like, yo, all these supervisors talking to the other supervisor.
Can't nobody make no decisions in here?
That's what I'm saying. Who makes the decisions? I just want my car. Like, stop playing with me at this point. Like, I'm like livid at this point. Like, I'm late. The girls already left. They had to find other like situations to like get the girls to Hershey. I'm pissed. Like, I'm pissed. So, finally, one of the supervisors, whoever can make the fucking decisions, made a decision. And so the guy was like,
I'm pretty cursing out.
Yo,
listen,
I'm still furious to this day.
to this day.
to this day. Listen, so the guy, like, he's like, all right. He's like, give me your key. He was like, after I take this lady to her car, I'll come back and I'll take you to your car. And I'm just like, whatever. So he got
Why we can't both get in the car?
whatever. So he got the little mobile. He take her to her shit and then come back to get me. When I say my car was like 8 cars in.
Hey, yo.
It was
Like
like
just
8.
far enough for you not to see it. Like,
I could have walked to my car.
I'd have lost it.
Get in the joint, get on the golf cart, get off the golf
Yo,
cart.
who do I call about this?
I was so tight, but
Nah,
yeah.
that's when you call the paper. You be like, look, I need to report. This why they be rumbling.
I'm
on,
definitely
like,
tweeting
parking
all the
wars.
news stations.
Yeah.
Listen.
Well.
So yeah, but that time they got like $13.50 out of me.
Ooh.
But I ain't on no list no more. Well,
Mm.
I'm not on a list
In the
because of
states
me.
of Pennsylvania.
I'm cool.
That's a fact.
Me and PPA, we ain't
That's a
got
fact.
no beef right now.
Nah,
but I'm like, PTSD, like I still park in lots.
Sis used to go away and call me like, I'm gonna come park my car at your house since you in the county.
Facts.
Nah, he'll rock out.
Facts. Yup.
Yeah.
All the listen, I used to be wild. Like, I used to be wild and irresponsible. Like it's crazy. Like I used to be so irresponsible. Like I used to
Yeah.
really just not care. Like I used to just finesse life.
You said, I think you got banned from AAA or something, and I was like,
Yep.
what?
I was
Yeah.
on the
You
abuse.
could get banned?
Didn't even know that was an option.
I was on the abusers list like 3 to 5.
Okay, but was
Like,
that
come
when you
get
kept
me.
Mm-hmm.
having flat tires? Like, was it around that time?
hmm
That was legit something wrong with the rim, though.
What really like got me on the list is like it was a time that I had drove like all the way to like Bear, Delaware, and my tire was literally off the car. Like it was.
Did you
off
know
the
that the
car.
tire was off the car?
No, I didn't know. The tire was like off. Like it was.
Gotta
like
ask.
Just turning the radio up
Yeah.
the whole time. Like,
That's me. That's really me.
yo, I know, yo. I've had these
It's not happening if I
I'm
can't
like,
hear
yo,
it.
yo, Pre. Yo, fix this joint, yo.
You're doing smoking in the back.
They're like, no, it's cool.
She tear down the rear view.
turn. Boosie's turn up. They be like, oh, man. Hey, yo, cuz, please. Please.
Yo, this joint smoking, bro. Like,
Yo,
we finna
I
die.
used to really be wild with cars. Well, I still be kind of wild with cars, but I used to be wild and irresponsible. It's not till like literally this year when I was in San Juan for my birthday, and like stuff started going awry, and it was like I had like the means. And like I was prepared for all the things that was like going wrong, and I was just like, wow.
Oh, look at this adulthood.
Look what
Sure.
good planning to do.
Listen,
I was so proud of myself. I
As
was
you
like,
should
wow.
be.
If this would have been a couple years ago, I would have been assed out.
I don't know how I'm gonna get home, yo.
I would have been assed out. I was like,
That'd have
wow.
been super. You'd have been living in San Juan.
Mhm. Facts. Facts.
Like it's always significantly scarier when it's like overseas and stuff too, or
Oh, for
even
sure.
anywhere. Like
For sure.
when I crashed that joint in
Iceland.
Oh my god! I think I texted the homies like, yo, I just got into a car accident. They was like, yo, what? Like, what were you even doing? Why would you do that?
Why would you do that? I thought it was an accident.
As if like
No.
it's impossible.
I was just talking about this, right? So like, I didn't realize how close Iceland was. You know what I mean? Like
I mean, you can't drive there.
well,
Like yo, it dead only took me 20 minutes to get there.
you get the mega bus go to Iceland? Because this was the thing, right? Like, what I used to do, I would catch the mega bus to New York and then fly out of JFK. So,
Smart.
but at that
That's
time,
a lot. No, because the
significant-
megabus lets you off down.
yeah, at like Penn
Like
Station,
FIT,
and then I gotta
and then
And
you
then
gotta
you
get
take
on
the train, right?
you catch
the train
Lear,
and the rail.
Lear to the. It's
That's not that bad.
It's
That's
not
too much when you got suitcases.
It's
and
not
shit.
super. It's not super crazy, but it's kind of.
I mean, I feel like he just take a backpack.
I mean, a backpack.
Touche.
He be backpacking, literally.
But I missed the meg bus,
Oof.
so I ended up having to catch the train. And
Ooh.
then this was also when like TSA was on strike.
Oh wow.
So I was just like, oh god, right? Like the whole time.
line outside the airport.
But I make it to the gate with like 10 minutes, right? And when I get on the plane, I'm like, all right, bet. I sit down and I look. And this was like fresh off work. You know what I mean? So I'm off like that work sleep,
Damn.
And when I look and it's like, oh yeah, we'll be there in like 4 hours. And in my mind, I was about to get like a full international sleep.
Right. 13-hour joint.
So I'm like,
13 to 16.
for what? Oh no, this is terrible. So I'm like, I'm still amped. I'm uncomfortable. I get like an hour and a half nap, and then we are in Iceland, and it's still like dark. You know, like
And what time is this? What time was it?
sunrise isn't until like 10:30.
That's wild.
Oh, wow.
So I've rented a car.
Guess I don't start working until 12.
I had rented a car. They brought me out a Toyota Corolla, and I'm now riding.
At least they didn't give you a charger.
I'm riding in the dark in Iceland, and the mistake I made was like I decided I was going to see some sights because
In the dark?
the hostel. This what happened, right? The hostel I was staying at was an hour away, so when
Damn.
we land, it's like 8:30, 9 o'clock. So I'm like, all right, like I'm gonna see like some stuff. So there was this like see the lava tubes, like do a little spelunking in the lava tubes or whatever.
Spelunking.
Yeah, like so you kind of like not exactly rock climbing, but you know, sort of. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna check out these lava.
I'm not interested.
I'd be
No, thank you.
interested.
Like they gave us the like the spikes to wrap around your shoes and the helmet and everything.
Ooh, that sounds official. That sounds like a fire gram pick.
Y'all way too active for me. Way too active.
Y'all let me know when we going to
Okay.
brunch.
Okay.
And, you know what I mean?
I'm
No,
gonna go
that
back to the
sounds
room.
fun. I want to go cliff diving and everything. They don't be with it though.
But no, I was just thinking like because I just took somebody back to Devil's Pool where we've done like some here where people cliff dive all the time.
Here.
Yeah.
And what, like the school kill?
Hey yo,
I wish you could see if you could see the look of disgust.
where? Wait,
Nah.
So back
not
like,
in Philly.
yeah,
You diving in Philly water?
Pew.
people be diving in Philly water.
Disgusting.
That doesn't make it okay.
I'm just saying that people do it
That's
Okay, so
filthy.
on a regular basis.
Where is
Nah.
this devil's
so
pond?
so like that area on Lincoln Drive?
Hey yo,
Not right there. Not right there. Not that water. Not that stagnant.
bro, all the water that surrounds this area is filthy.
Listen,
It's literally swamp green.
if you see it, you'll understand because there's a bit of a waterfall and it's getting cleansed in the rocks to some degree. I am not saying this is.
Well, they
am-
call it the devil puddle because if you
No.
sip any of it, your ass going to hell because you
They
died.
call it. They, they
You're gonna
call it the
die.
devil puddle. They call it the devil's pool because if you like, let's say you step a foot in, the water might only be like 6 inches deep. But if you go 3 feet in, the water is like 10 inches deep. Like it's a cavern in that space. So
10
it gets
inches.
10 feet.
10 feet deep.
Oh,
10 feet deep. 10 feet deep. So it's like if you dive in a specific spot, you're good. If you go a little bit around it,
Yo.
crazy. And people be jumping in that joint all the time.
And be like this close to death because if they don't aim right, niggas is diving in 6-inch water.
Breaking
Like,
their necks.
you're not going like and it, you know, obviously with like
Like a
rain,
portal to hell.
that is the devil's pool. That's why, I mean, you know, we've jumped in it before. Like,
Yo,
you know,
wow.
but not to it. Like I saw some dude like jump head first into this thing, like from like 2 stories high. It's crazy.
Is this an activity that you see a lot of brown people do?
Yeah, it's pretty much. I mean, all brown people. It'd be nothing but brown people back there.
Like black people?
I'm like, yo, I'm trying to save you from the racism. Yeah,
Like-
I mean,
Black people can't be racist.
touche.
Definitely can't.
I
You know,
say
because
that
brown
all the
people
time.
not necessarily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely the Dominican community.
Well, when I say cliff diving, I mean
Like in
somewhere-
Jamaica
Yes.
No, yeah.
with like clear blue water.
Bora Bora, Maldives.
I was just saying, like,
Vibes.
Was it Boracay? Is that the one? Is that the one in Philippines? Yeah.
yeah, no, we did it in Cancun and in Punta Cana. Yeah, it was a good. I think it was like maybe like a 50-foot jump, something like that. Yeah.
Liz did it. We went to Jamaica. She did it. I was like, "How are you? Are you having fun?" From the top of the cliff. I'll see you when I get down.
Look, somebody got to
We've
hold
been trying to teach her how to swim for years.
Yo,
She don't
I'm
want to learn.
scared.
She don't want to learn.
I do want to learn. I'm scared.
the only
Go to the
reason,
Red Cross joint.
What with the fucking 4-year-olds?
Yes.
No.
That's how I learned. The only
Not at this
reason,
big old age.
At this big old age, that's how I learned. I posted a video after I
Like how you
almost.
teaching them.
I posted a video after I almost drowned in Phuket, and somebody gifted me swimming lessons, and I then went with the children and learned
I
how
can
to
relate.
swim.
When they almost let me drown in Phuket. Yeah.
Mm,
But come on, all these niggas know how to swim. Lifeguards in the group. Former lifeguards in the group. Come on out.
Did they give you what kind of vest did they give you?
What vest?
No vest?
What vest?
You wildin'.
It
Raw
wasn't
dog in the
even-
ocean, bro.
It wasn't even deep.
Nope.
Super
Okay, mind
wildin'.
you, they're all 5'6" or taller,
Right.
right? Me,
Giants.
barely 5'1". I'm sitting on the beach, minding my business. Come out.
Did you say barely 5'1"?
Barely. I'm
Barely
like just
5 foot.
kissing 5'1". My license says 5'1".
Yeah.
So,
Don't say she getting a check. That's crazy.
yo.
No.
Hey, yo. Hey, they like, come on, we got you. You just gonna jump over the waves. I'm like, bro, the waves is taller than me, though. How am I gonna come back up? And for sure, went out and got washed back on the beach like it was done. Like I literally tumbled and washed back on the
Like it was a
beach.
barnacle or
I think I
something.
got a picture.
Yo, like,
Oh my
come on
God.
out, we got you. You don't.
Yo, that's happened. I mean, we were going snorkeling in Cuba, and we had no business out there. Like even like some of these people were like trained lifeguards. They just like, yo, this water is awfully choppy. And there was somebody who was like, she was clearly afraid of the water, and her friends were trying to do the same thing. And she's just like, no. I mean, she wouldn't get ankles deep into the water. And I'm just like, nah, like this. But we had no. I mean, it was terrible, yo. Like I think a storm might have just happened.
Just
or
out here
something.
making terrible decisions.
I do that on a regular basis.
Um,
Like when it comes to
nowadays,
no, not
don't
I'm
think
not.
so.
I mean,
yeah.
no. See, like terrible decisions back in the day.
Who got
was-
the energy for terrible decisions?
This is what I'm about to say. Like back in the day, terrible decisions was like, yo, we about to drink this Everclear and then do things.
I'm in a surplus.
You know what I'm saying? Like I vividly remember pulling up to
Pre-gaming. Pre-gaming what?
we got this Everclear. I'm like, what? That's what y'all doing today?
Poverty. First off, we ain't know no better.
Mm.
Everclear and Vlad,
Mm.
and just nothing but horrible decisions. I can't even
I'll
look
never
at a
forget
bottle of
that.
99 anything.
I never forget the time me and Kier, we fried some fish and made this punch with this Vladimir. Child, by the time I was going back to the edge, I had one shoe. My pants was ripped. I had already left about 3 abrasive voicemails on my ex's voicemail. It was bad.
Nothing but bad decisions, yo.
It was real bad.
I got no business
So
checking it.
there's those, and then there's like, you know what? I'm gonna climb this thing and like in another country and possibly go missing, but I gotta see it. Like that's the difference.
You couldn't Google no pictures.
Doesn't do it justice.
It's not the same, yo. It's not the
Doesn't do
same.
it justice.
Like I had that moment
Daredevils.
where it'd be like, yo, am I gonna be able to like do I want to make my decisions based on fear of missing out or fear of heights? You know what I mean?
Death.
Things like that.
You
Death.
Living
know.
in fear is not living at all.
Okay, girl. I guess I ain't living. That's what drones were for, bro.
I mean, if to be real, I got to do everything over now. Now that I
the
got
drone.
it, yeah, it's a different
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah.
It's the joint.
Even the photo shoot was lit with the drone.
It was.
forever we gotta do that over too. I got a new camera.
We do, and I gotta lose 10 pounds.
Wow. Okay.
Yo, it was hilarious because she was like, I said specifically, I was like, listen, I'm bringing my equipment, right?
Equip.
And she was like,
Okay.
yeah, all right, cuz like I got you. You know what I mean, it was that kind of thing, right? And I was like, look, I just need you to wear like a dress you could twirl.
He bought like the light drone too.
Yo, he had equipment, ladders, and everything. Like he had a ladder, bro.
I was like, well,
Gotta get the angles.
props. You know what I'm saying? I was like,
Right.
what we gonna do? She was like, oh, this is a shoot.
I thought he was taking pictures. No, we taking photographs.
He thought he was pulling up. He thought he was pulling up his iPhone.
We're not taking
Selfie stick.
pictures. We're not taking pictures. We're taking photographs. Okay, photographs.
He finna watermark them
It's
joints.
gonna be photography.
Limelight joints.
Listen,
Nightlife.
Life touch.
Yo,
It was
life
giving
touch
life touch.
vibes.
Yo.
Tilt your head to the right.
And
was
it-
giving life touch.
the most enjoyable part to me was the energy surrounding the shoot, right? Because we on Kelly Drive. You know what I mean?
Wasn't it at like 5 a.m.?
I was like, look, I'm gonna need you like 6:30, something like that. It was like 6:30.
You probably
was
should
like,
have just
look.
went. Did you go get her?
Yeah, absolutely. I knew what the rules was. I knew what the rules. I knew what had to happen.
You already knew.
Yo, I'm gonna be outside. You know what I mean? Nah, it was just funny though because like, you know, so people are out there like jogging. Like a women's row team was on the water, and as they're going by, they're just like,
Yes. Energy.
yes, you look amazing. Oh my God.
As
It was
they
a lot. It
should.
was a lot of that. It was
Love
just
it.
a lot of that.
At 6:30 a.m. Need it.
I still had my do-rag on.
Needed.
I was
Creases. Forehead
Wonder.
crease. Still fresh.
All right, now look this way. All right.
The forehead creases for wisdom.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yo, this joint went really, really fast.
Oh, yeah, it is that
We ain't
time.
even talk about Juneteenth. We ain't talk
I
about
was
the
gonna bring it up.
murals. We ain't talk about the joint affirmations or nothing.
Part 2.
We gonna have a part 2.
There
I
you
feel like I
go.
always gotta have part 2s with too.
For sure, you got the
So
raps.
next time,
Got the raps.
next time we gonna start with the second half of that.
We gotta do a little bit of it. We talk about masks.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm gonna end this with the pre-ism for the day. And today's pre-ism is authenticity is always over perfection. And authenticity is a commodity. And it always will be. Yes.
I feel
That
like I
is
just
it.
pictured Judy Funny from Doug with the
Hitting
beret.
the joint.
And it's crazy because like that like came to me earlier or whatever, because I had went to Harrisburg to support one of my friends. Shout out to Idris. Shout out to Paper Politicians. I actually got the shirt on right now.
You know somebody named Idris?
Yeah.
The only reason I say that is like when Idris Elba gets popping, and then you just got that correlation just all the time. Like I know that. I know what I would do.
You know what you would do? You know how you would finesse the situation?
Oh my god.
What's your name? Yeah.
Yeah, but like we grew up together or whatever, and I I went to support and stuff like that, and he's always just been like a super dope spirit, like a super dope person. It's just like, you know, when people are just like authentic and you can like feel it, you just want to support them, like you want to be around them, you want to have them in your life and stuff like that. So like for real, it's not even about the brand. It's not even about the store. It's not even about any of that. It's more so about the person.
People and relationships.
Yeah, people and relationships. Like his authenticity, like the person that he is the commodity. I bought into that.
That reminds me of it was something I did want to talk about on here. It was like I was watching it was the one thing. It was the one thing. It was the one John.
And another thing.
And another thing. No, it was the one John, right? I was watching a podcast, whatever. I forget what LeBron's the title.
The Shot.
The Shot.
All right, and it was an old episode with Chadwick Boseman on there. R.I.P.
R.I.P.
And he was talking about meeting Kobe Bryant. R.I.P.
Oh gosh, that's wild.
Right, we was there when, right. So he was saying how he has this one conversation with Kobe, and they're talking about getting into film and all this other stuff, right? And he was like, "All right, give me like a year." And Chadwick was so moved by the conversation that he felt like, yo, he is who they say he is. Right? And I'm just like, imagine being so authentically yourself that brief interactions feel genuine. You know what I mean? That they feel like, yo, he is who they say he is. And it's just something that stuck with me. Like, anytime I show up, I want to be who they say he is.
Facts. I feel that on a spiritual level. Definitely.
They kicking us out.
Definitely. Well, this is a dope episode. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all for listening. And there will be a part 2.
Tune in for part 2.
Bye.
Later.